the American Broadcasting Company.
This land's gonna get real valuable real soon. Way I see it, 2-3 years down the road, this place is gonna be yuppie heaven. Authentic Miami bungalows all fixed up, bougainvillea and all that crap.
There used to be a lamp here. Sofa. A coffee table with fresh cut flowers on it. Bookshelf. And a small aquarium in the corner. Lampshade was blue.
You been here before, Mr. Galvin?
A long time ago. Could I be alone for a moment, Mr. Pine?
Sure. Whatever.
Bathrobe? So you seen my coffee cup?
Hi, I'm calling about the apartment for rent. Morning, Walter. No, sorry, go on. Mm-hmm. Oh, 2 bedrooms. Oh, well, that sounds nice. Thanks. Just a second. Mm-hmm. Now, what exactly do you mean here by old world charm? No windows? No windows? What is that, some kind of a joke? Hello? I am never gonna find a place of my own. Everything is either a dump, too expensive, already taken, or all of the above.
Well, I'd ask you to stay with me, but you're already here.
Well, aren't we just brimming with sunshine this morning?
No, not brimming exactly. However, I think that if we both, you mostly, agree to abide by some fairly simple house rules, the sun will shine a little brighter for all of us.
Such as?
Such as keep your hands off my towel, my robe, my brush, and my coffee cup. Not necessarily in that order.
Well, that shouldn't be hard to remember.
Oh, and while you're at it, if at all possible, keep your hair out of my drain. It clogs.
Listen, Bud. I didn't beg anyone I can think of to dwell in this hovel. In fact, as I recall, you asked me to. And who could blame you, what with all the lies and deceit that brought me here in the first place?
When?
But if you think for 1 minute that I am going to abide by a set of completely moronic house rules set down without discussion, well, then you just got another guest coming. And as far as my hair in your drain, what? Oh, hello. Welcome to the Walter Tatum Detective Agency.
She's new.
Her name is Emily Baldwin. That picture doesn't do her justice. Not nearly. A few days ago, this arrived.
Remember the lighthouse? I need you now, Emily. Postmark Miami. The lighthouse?
Out of Mulligan's Point. Emily and I used to spend time there. One day we were climbing up the rocks. She started to fall. I caught her. It's a long fall, Mr. Tatum. She's in some kind of trouble. I want you to help me find her.
When'd you see her last, Mr. Galvin?
12 years ago. No, we grew up together here in Miami.
You and Emily haven't been in touch in all these years?
No.
No addresses, no numbers?
I've talked to a few old friends, but they don't know what happened to her either.
Any relatives?
Emily was an only child. Her mother died when she was 5.
Father?
And Jack Baldwin works at Mason's Cannery. He's vanished, too. Mr. Tatum, what is your usual fee?
$200 a day, plus expenses.
You deserve a raise. Here's a week's work in advance. $3,500. Find her, Mr. Tatum. Please.
$500 a day.
If Jeremy Galvin wants to reclaim his past, who am I to argue? And at twice the price.
Who is this guy, then?
A very rich person from San Francisco. Does it matter? Spoil sports. Check him out. And go down to the Herald Morgue. See if you can dig up anything on an Emily Baldwin, early 30s.
What do you want me to do?
Well, let's see. You're the receptionist. I know. Sharpen some pencils.
I did go to college, you know. Several of them. I did major in English. I did write my thesis on Franz Kafka. I think that I could handle a little real work around here.
Mason Cannery, retirement benefits, please.
You know, I don't think that you appreciate the talent, admittedly untutored, yet substantial nonetheless, you have sitting right here before you.
Retirement benefits? This is Frank Kafka from Hammett Insurance. I'm a little concerned about one of our clients, a former employee of yours, a Mr. Jack Baldwin. We've had a couple of benefits returned to us, address unknown. Now that's puzzling. I wonder if we're talking about the same Jack Baldwin. 626 Magnolia? It's not. Box 52 South Shore Marina. Yes, thank you. Thanks very much.
That was illegal.
That was detective work.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Who the hell wants to know?
Walter Tatum.
Who the hell is Walter Tatum?
Me. Not a word, watch and listen. Mr. Baldwin, may we have a few minutes of your time?
Get off my boat.
Right away, sir. When?
Mr. Baldwin, Mr. Tatum and I represent Is There Life After High School? You've no doubt heard of our TV show. Now, what we do is pick out names at random from old high school yearbooks all across the country, track down the lucky winners, and invite them to our studio in Burbank, California to appear on our program.
I never finished school, and I ain't gonna be on no TV show.
Well, actually, Mr. Baldwin, it's not you we're looking for. It's your daughter, Emily.
I ain't got no daughter.
Well, our information says that your daughter, Emily, is...
I ain't got no daughter.
I'm convinced. When? I think
Mr. Baldwin. Yeah, he's the head.
You a nautical gal?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I am. I grew up on a 50-foot sea bear. My father took us around the world when I was 8. He died in a typhoon off the Cape of Good Hope, lashed to the mast.
Damn, girl. Head's below deck, just past the galley.
Thanks, sir.
You don't move, squid for brain.
My Singapore's slut. Emily Baldwin, Emily Booker.
Nothing on Galvin so far, except that no one by that name seems to live in San Francisco.
seems being the operative word. Men of his stature no doubt feel a need to protect his privacy. Okay, check his bank. What about the Bookers?
Also rich.
How rich? Oil rich. Gwen, you sure you're getting enough to eat?
Hey, thanks.
Mr. Booker's a big deal in liberal democratic politics.
Mr. Booker belongs to the Jockey Club and also owns an estate on Key Biscayne.
Walter?
Ray, how was Tunisia?
It's fine. It's Morocco.
Who's he?
Nobody.
Ray Gasner. He owns the place.
So, how do we get to the Bookers?
They're reclusive.
And protected.
They might as well be invisible.
Nobody rich is that hard to get to if you know what you're doing.
Let me guess, you have a plan?
Well, I don't mean to rub it in, but I was the one who found Emily Booker.
You stumbled on some information, accidentally.
I didn't stumble. I investigated. Look, what is the next big society event in Miami? A charity ball, auction, polo match? All we have to do is attend and voila, Emily Booker.
Voila.
Resto?
Enjoy yourself, sir.
Pay attention, Gwen. I have a simple yet highly effective method for crashing a party. First, I look casually about for a friendly face.
Define friendly.
Oh, I don't know. Open, quick to smile, a merry sparkle about the eyes, the sort of face that says, hey, look me over. Or in a pinch, the man you left at the altar, the groom.
Hunt? Hunt!
Well,
We were just leaving.
well, no, actually, we were on our way in. With you, me.
Him?
Exactly.
So, lovely party, isn't it?
I'm in hell.
Excuse me?
Oh, I'm sorry. We haven't officially met yet. I'm Gwen.
Sadie.
Was Sadie?
It's Swedish?
This is my new friend, Dolores.
Nice to meet you.
Sadie, for short.
I'm sorry I haven't called with Sadie, but I've been too downhearted ever since the tragic boating accident that took the love of my life, my fiancée, Gwen Cross.
Gwen's dead?
Tragically.
I wish I'd known her. Hunt speaks so highly of Gwen. She sounds like a wonderful person.
She is.
Was.
Right.
Poor Hunt.
Emily Baldwin? I'm Walter Tatum. I'm a private detective. Jeremy Galvin hired me to find you. He got your postcard.
Well, tell Jeremy I don't want to see him. Ever. Tell him to stay away. Is that clear?
You found her?
Yes.
Come in. Excuse the shabby surroundings. I only leased this place yesterday.
Who's that?
I'm not sure. I think that he's been here since the Prince of Abu Dhabi's last party. The prince had to fly to Paraguay on short notice. Financial embarrassments. Tell me, is she still beautiful?
Very. Mr. Galvin, Emily is married to a man named Anthony Booker.
Is she all right?
Yes, she's fine.
Are you sure?
Jeremy, she doesn't want to see you.
postcard.
She was adamant.
What did she say?
Only that she didn't want to see you and to tell you to stay away. I'm sorry.
When we were kids, we lived right over there. Across Biscayne Bay, past Flagler Memorial. We were very, very poor. We used to sit in the back of Emily's house and watch the yachts sail out to Star Island. Have you ever loved someone so much that life seemed unimaginable without them? I mean, Emily and I were going to be married, you know. We used to talk about getting our own view of the ocean. That was our dream.
What happened?
Emily changed her mind. She said she didn't love me anymore. She wanted more than I could give her. Money, security it brings. I don't blame her. Every day for the last 12 years, I've thought about Emily. And every minute of those 12 years, I believed that she would come back to me. I still do.
Hi.
Hi.
Dead, huh?
Well, for all practical purposes, yes.
I'm just absent from your life, Hunt. There is a difference.
Dead seems safer.
Look, Hunt, I know that this isn't the best time for... Well, it's probably not the best time for much of anything, what with me being deceased and everything, but I need a favor.
You do?
Do you know the Bookers?
Anthony and Emily, of course. Why?
Well, I was wondering if you could invite Emily to lunch, alone. I'd like to meet her.
Do you really think that after all you've done, including jumping off the yacht in the middle of our wedding, no call, not even a note of explanation, that I would actually consider doing you, of all people, a favor?
Well, I was hoping, yeah.
Okay.
So here I was, a stranger in a strange land, wondering how in the world I was going to make any friends. And that's when Hunt told me about you and all your interests. And I found myself saying, gosh, I just have to get to know this person. Didn't I, Hunt?
Pearls.
What?
You have eyes like pearls.
Hunt.
What?
Didn't I say that I just had to get to know this person?
Who?
Emily.
Oh, yes, of course. You said that. She did, to me. I heard her distinctly.
Jeremy, what would you say if I told you the girl of your dreams was waiting for you in a quiet place not 10 minutes from here?
This is a mistake.
I was expecting a completely different response.
I'm not who I seem to be.
Who are you?
A fraud, Walter. That's what I am.
Fraud is such a general term. Could you be a little more specific?
I don't have any money. I couldn't come back with nothing, don't you see?
But who's bankrolling all of this? The house, the rolls?
Credit cards?
And my check? Jeremy. I expect clients to lie to me. It comes with the territory, but this is a big lie. And at twice my usual fee. Shame on you.
I am ashamed. That's why I can't go through with this. Emily deserves more than I can give her. Then and now.
Do you love her?
Of course I do. Always.
Jeremy, you've been waiting 12 years for this, for her. And while I loathe sentiment as much as the next tough guy, well, it seems like at the end of the day, love ought to be enough. All by itself.
Gwen's traveled all over the world. She is the most intelligent, beautiful, cultured, punctual, sexual, industrious, and well-read woman I have ever known.
Oh, well, thank you, Aunt. Isn't that nice?
Where did you two meet?
I remember the boat. The night was clear and full of stars.
Well, gosh, that's sort of a long story. Snap out of it, Hunt.
There was the faintest breeze from the south.
Hunt!
Jeremy?
Yes.
Is that really you?
You should have seen the way that they looked at each other. It was so beautiful. It was like time stood still.
True love. It'll never last. Life's too complicated. They'll wake up and go, hey, hold it. We don't even know each other, not really. And you're married, Emily, and then the magic will fade and they'll be left standing there like the rest of us. Anyway, he owes me money.
Love is a trickster.
Love is a memory.
Love sucks. Sidecar. Root beer back.
So, tell me about Ray.
Well, there's not much to say. What you see is what you get.
You mean handsome, amusing, intriguing?
Handsome if you're a sucker for the phony baloney globetrotter routine. Amusing if you're gullible enough to fall for the old sea dog stories he stole from National Geographic. And yes, I suppose intriguing if you grew up in a rich, pampered environment that leaves you so bored you're drawn to every seedy character who presents himself. Did I mention pampered?
Seedy?
Ray's a student of the dark side.
Well, how dark exactly?
People that hang out with him usually end up in trouble.
What kind of trouble? What?
You Walter Tatum?
No?
Where's Emily Booker?
We have no idea what you're talking about.
We're all adults here, Mr. Tatum, civilized. It pains me to think that we're gonna lie to each other until someone forces someone to tell the truth. I force you. I force you.
Walter!
Hey! You get your hands off her.
Walter!
Mikey, how many times?
Sorry.
You okay? I felt better, thank you. I apologize.
Now listen to me very carefully. Emily Booker has disappeared. We got reason to believe you know where she is. Find her. We'll be back. And next time, they're gonna hit you as much as they want. I'll help.
True love turns out to be a little more complicated than we thought.
We will continue in a moment. You should see a doctor.
It's just a kidney.
Well, what if it's broken?
Kidneys don't break. Besides, I have a spare.
Farewell to Shangri-La.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's Galvin?
Jeremy? Left last night.
Was there a woman with him, Emily?
Yes. He said he was taking her home.
Is she okay?
She's in love.
Maybe this is one of those times when it's best to consider the bright side. Jeremy loves Emily, Emily loves Jeremy. Thanks to us, they're finally free to love each other at the same time.
Gwen.
So, accepting your kidneys, which I still think a doctor should look at, and those three thick-necked guys who will probably be back, all's well that ends well, right? Which is pretty bright for a bright side when you think about it.
Gwen,
What?
there's a car behind us.
There's a whole line of cars behind us. Some traffic, huh?
Yeah, but this particular car has been behind us ever since we left Jeremy's house. Don't look. It's too late.
Who is it?
Let's find out.
Walter, I don't want to mess up your evasive actions, but it seems to me that stopping in the middle of a bridge sort of reduces your options, doesn't it?
I'll be just a minute.
Walter? Walter?
Oh, it's the fuel pump. Come on, come on. Let's go.
Well, it pains me to say it, but I'm impressed.
Really? Well, if you like that, then you're really gonna love this.
Yeah. Thanks. You don't want to know.
How bad is it?
Well, once upon a time, worse.
Make me miserable.
Anthony Booker was born Tony Bukowski. Grew up South Side. His father ran the docks. Everybody, even the Navy, had to pay Daddy lunch money to come in or out.
Excuse me, but how do you know all this?
Just a friend. Anyway, Booker took over the family business, expanded it. Warehouses, janitors, train porters. Once financially secure, he went legit. Changed his name, put all his money into blue chips, and bought his way into Miami society.
If this guy was mad at you, if he thought you had something you really, really wanted, what would you say were your chances of survival?
None.
Wrong answer, Ray.
Well, you can't come back to my place.
Well, you can't go back there alone. I mean, anyway, where would I stay?
Gwen? I love you, Gwen. That's the truth. I've been miserable since you swam away.
And do you think that now is an especially good time for this?
Oh, I don't know. Give the guy a chance, Gwen.
Why?
That's all I'm asking for, Gwen. A chance.
Sidecar. Root beer back.
Thank you, Ray.
Bellissimo diablo.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I'm fine. Carpentry's not a strong point with me.
What is your strong point?
Loyalty.
Do you think Jeremy and Emily are all right?
I think they're a little loco.
Have you ever wondered if you could feel that way? I mean, love someone that much.
I've wondered. Yes,
First girl I really loved. She had these wild, dark eyes. Thick, dark hair. Like a goddess. She'd come walking down the street and I'd stop breathing. It hurt to look at her. But she was 6, I was 7. Didn't work out.
I met my first true love when I was 13. I'd see him in church. He'd catch me staring at him, and I'd turn bright red and stare at my shoes. Then one winter, we went on the same church ski trip up north, Vermont. My first time down the slope, I ran right into a tree. He stayed with me all that afternoon in the lodge. We sat in front of a big, warm fire and talked.
What you talk about?
I don't remember.
Okay, now, hold this.
Real love takes over your whole life.
Possesses you.
Moves in and fills up the refrigerator.
Pulls down the shades.
Turns out the lights.
I hate it.
I think it's great.
So do I. Not bad.
Nice.
You'll be safe here. I should have known Booker was a gangster. He cheats at golf.
I feel a little funny about this, Hunt.
My home is your castle, Gwen. I have a case full of shotguns upstairs. If that bastard tries anything funny, we'll blow him to pieces. Right, Walter?
Pieces? Absolutely. What is this stuff, Hunt?
Our wedding presents. Walter, there's a nice smoked ham in the refrigerator.
You should have sent them back, Hunt.
I couldn't. That would have meant
It was over.
this was going to be our house, Gwen.
I know.
you don't have to live here, you know. You could live anywhere you want.
Well, it isn't really a question of geography. Listen to me. All of my life, I have pretty much done whatever my father wanted me to do. Gwen wear this dress, and I did. Gwen go to this cotillion, this school, this debutante party, and I did. But for some reason, when he said marry Hunt Pelham, I just couldn't. I mean, even I had the sense to realize that marriage is a pretty serious thing, and I didn't love you, Hunt. I'm sorry, but I just didn't. I mean, it's not your fault. Do you understand? We didn't really get along very well anyway.
True.
You deserve better. You'll get better. Maybe Dolores.
You like Dolores?
Oh, she's great.
Good family.
I can see that.
But if you ever need me for anything, you call.
I already did. Thank you.
I'll get rid of them tomorrow.
Good idea.
I know you. Tony.
Anthony.
Where's Mo and Curly?
They're in the car.
Well, pay attention, Tony. Anthony, whatever you call yourself. You tell Mr. Booker if he wants a piece of me, he can come over here himself.
I am Mr. Booker.
Oh, well, that simplifies things. You're what?
I'm Emily's husband, Anthony Booker. May I?
So that little performance back at my office, you were moonlighting?
I regress sometimes. Under stress.
Regress sounds so much nicer than assault and battery.
Do you have any idea, Mr. Tatum, how hard it was? How long it took me to hide my past? Slowly you create yourself. Slowly you become the person you want to be. And then one weird fluke, one unexpected event, the whole thing starts to crumble. I'm not going back to being some gangster in a shiny suit. Do you understand? That will not happen. I live here now. These are my people. I belong. I've never belonged anywhere before. Not like this. Did you find Emily?
No.
I'll pay you to find her, whatever you want.
I already have a client, Mr. Booker. Non-paying, but a client nevertheless. Conflict of interest.
Bring her back to me.
Mr. Booker, I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
Until you find Emily, your associates Billy and Tito, they'll be my house guests. Sorry, it's the best I could think of. Good night, Mr. Tatum. Oh, thanks for the sandwich.
I've never been kidnapped before.
Yeah, me neither. What is it?
I'm afraid.
No one will hurt you.
How do you know?
I will not let them.
Maybe Booker's got him at his house.
Maybe he doesn't.
He said house guest.
Figure of speech, anyway. What are we gonna do, storm the place? We'll need boot black to camouflage our faces, grappling hooks to scale the walls, and 3 shotguns. Too risky?
Why don't we call the police?
And tell them what? We think our friends Billy and Tito are being held captive by one of the most powerful and respected members of Miami society? We have to find Jeremy and Emily. It's that simple.
How?
I have no idea.
Where would he take her?
Where would they go?
Someplace romantic.
someplace nostalgic.
Out of the past.
Their love.
Where it started.
Begin at the beginning.
The piano man said Jeremy was taking her home.
Home.
Emily's house.
They sat behind her house.
And watched the boat sail to Star Island.
This way. You guys are good. Guys. The boat sailed from the marina. Emily's house.
Jeremy said it was next to some kind of memorial.
There. Flagler.
Walter, look.
Really good. Jeremy?
Are you all right? Yes, completely.
She loves me, you see? Always has, always will.
What about Mr. Booker?
She never loved the man. She had to marry him. It was arranged between their fathers.
My father got his dream. A boat of his own and an early retirement.
Emily didn't tell me the truth about the marriage because she knew that I would go there and try to stop it, and they would hurt me.
Emily said she didn't love you to protect you.
Yes.
I thought about Jeremy every minute of every day for 12 years. And last week, I couldn't help it. I sent the postcard.
But then when we found you, you were afraid again. Afraid that your husband would hurt Jeremy.
This is so romantic.
This is so beautiful. Well, my heart is all a quiver, but we do have a small problem.
What?
Mr. Booker has kidnapped Billy and Tito, and he's not going to give them back until he gets Emily.
Jeremy.
What do we do?
Not to worry. Walter's got a plan.
He does? What's the one thing in the world Tony Bukowski, a.k.a. Anthony Booker, values most? Even more than his wife? His name.
Sorry, Billy. Hard cheese.
That's okay, Mr. Booker.
Phone call, Tony. I mean, Mr. Booker.
Yeah.
Mr. Booker, this is Walter Tatum. I'd like to make a deal.
You found Emily?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm listening. 6 o'clock? Yeah, okay, I'll be there. Listen, no tricks, you understand? I want it quick, and I want it simple. Deal. Okay, my turn, right? Tito, you're next. Blue.
Nice shot.
I love croquet.
Come on, let's go. Come on.
Hurry up.
Get in. Repairs. Take the next one.
We're going to find him.
Emily? Dolores?
Hello, Anthony. Or should I say Tony?
Hunt Pelham?
Chairman of the tennis club, President's Day dance, and the Christmas Charity Society. Here's the deal. None of this happened. Emily ran away with the gardener. Hurt, ashamed, you straighten your shoulders and return to society, where you'll be pitied and gossiped about, but ultimately admired, and most importantly, accepted.
And if I don't agree to your terms?
We go public with everything. Front page, Miami Herald, The Secret Life of Anthony Booker. I wonder what the neighbors will say.
You got a deal. See you at the club, Hunt.
Oh, Hunt.
Emily and I will be indebted to you for the rest of our lives. I can't thank you enough, Walter. You too, Gwen.
Well, all in a day's work, Jeremy.
Time to roll, boys and girls.
Well, here it is, Jeremy. One-way tickets for two.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hey, there's a cafe in Jamaica called the Blue Parrot. They have a terrace with a great view of the ocean.
We'll look it up.
Good luck.
All in a day's work?
I helped.
Hunt, what's your idea? Did you see the look on Dolores' face?
I owed him one. So tell me, what went on between you and Ray?
Oh, we grew up together, swimming team, good times, you know. Then he stole my girlfriend, but that was a long time ago.
I'm hungry.
You're always hungry.
What are we gonna do with Jeremy's car?
Take it back to the rental place?
They rent Rolls Royces.
It's America, Gwen. You can rent anything you want.
You think Jeremy and Emily are gonna be okay?
Yes, I do.
Love conquers all.
This time.
Cynic.
I prefer to think of myself as a realist when it comes to romance.
Not me.
Terrorist would be the word I would think of.
As if you'd know.
Thankfully, I won't.
You know, someday, and I want you to remember this because I'm gonna bust you for it later, I am going to meet the man of my dreams, leap into his arms, and fly away. And you, Walter Tatum, are going to roll your eyes, make a wisecrack, and much to your surprise, feel something that you never expected. A little sad and a little jealous. I guarantee it.
Never.
Real gray mare, she ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. Oh, gray mare, she ain't what she used to be. Many years ago. The old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be.
Ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be, the old gray mare. She ain't what she used to be many years ago.
On Nightline, commit a crime, go to jail. But when cops get convicted, do they get a special kind of treatment or a special kind of terror? Cops in Prison tonight.